Hey, hey, hey! This is Kurt the Boat Doctor. Out in this beautiful look at all that deck area. 31 foot 2022 SXL North River Twin 300s T25 fuel injected. Downriggers, boom, boom. This is freshwater holding tank. I showed you was right up underneath this panel here. I think I showed you this in the early one. Under here, that's for your cockpit discharge of your holding tank for your bathroom. And then you go like this over here, and you got curtains that you can pop up here. That flushes water into the tank. Go like that, and that puts it into the holding tank. You can wash it out, and it goes into a drain. And like I say, your valves are, better watch where I'm at. You can go up under here. There's your pickup for your fresh water on the outside in your sink. That's your discharge there, and that's how you open it to discharge. Sit back here, and here's your short power cord. Stuffer is in there. And then you pop this back here. You got the seats. This drops down, makes a table. You got 110 sitting over there. And then what you can do, this is on the heater. I'll show you this real quick. Just turn this. This dial really doesn't mean too much right now. But just hit this until you see them lights flash and back off your finger. Now this here should lit, and then this will turn red. Then this is heat coming out here. You lift this up, and it's a stove top. And he's got his 12 volt. He's got a board up here for short power to tell his volts and his draws. And his charger is off and on. And this is how you turn it on right here. This is your AC main. And that's like an inverter. You got inverter right here. You can hit this inverter on, and then you can run these off your batteries. Battery charger, cabin outlets, galley outlets. That's these right here. The USB ports. Silly me, I didn't bring my thing to test them, but I'm presuming they work. They normally have a light that lights up, but I'll have them check that just to make sure. I'll write that in my notes. Check USB and 12 volt to make sure they don't work. Okay, now I didn't fill up your holding tank. Did not fill up. See, this is live, man. This is the Boat Doctor, uncensored. I do everything live, so I get okay. Did not fill up holding freshwater holding tank. Freezing. It's going to start getting real cold, so I don't want water in that line right now. So if you do that, make sure you drain your thing if it gets really cold. This is your pump valve for that right here. You hit that, and that turns this on, as well as this one there, because that's fresh water. That's raw water back there. Rear entry door, you can take a leak off the side, makes it kind of nice. If you're real stable, you can do a number 2, you know. I shouldn't say that. You can actually use that back one there as well. Like I say, you know, you didn't want anybody to see, you just pop this thing up there. And this does have looks like a live well in here. So I'll have to hit that switch to see which one that is. And then when I'm doing this, I can either start it from back here, do all my up and downs from here, or I can do it from up front. But you got to have the key on. Like here, you have to turn the key on and then activate it. Right here, that means it's activated. So that means you just push this button, fire up. This will come on, that will come on. Then I'll fire this up by just pushing this. And then I can go to single lever like this and run both motors off of just this one lever right here. And I'll let that warm up, and I'll show you when this warms up. Now you got your gauge right here. Trim, tack, forward. That'd be neutral. That'd be reverse. And then if you want to run independent, you go like this. Then your 2 tacks, forward, one off is neutral. That's your port, that's in gear. Starboard's in neutral, reverse, you go back, and then you hit this one ahead, you hit agree over here. Now I can spin this, make sure your wheel's straight. You can actually pull this right one back, to stop the boat. And then this one here, you can move the port one ahead just to keep it in one spot. Come back here and close this. Downriggers work. I tried them. If you just tap this, you don't want to do it very hard. There, that works. Now you spin this just so there, that works. Lock that in. And then I'm going to turn this on. And then I'm going to agree. See where I'm at. Grab handle there, overhead so you don't get wet. So now if you want to go to left, you bring these back. Right here, you hit this one, port to the back. Just give enough to where you're moving backwards, hit your starboard ahead, and that will turn you to the left. Okay, so this is on, this is all working great. And here's all your volts, water, flow, available gallons, speed, fuel. Go over here, you can do your trip. It did about 47 miles, I believe, and 32 miles an hour with one motor. The little motor, the T25, you can tune a fish with. Tells your hours right there, you can reset it. Engine information, maintenance reminder, trip, tanks, trim. Go back here, boat settings. You don't need to get into that. Device settings, that just changes your background colors and all that good stuff. And then you can go back here and go into this gauge or go into this gauge. That's your tacks and gears. So then we can bring this back. Now that's in reverse, and be very careful on these because these are real touchy. Here's a D10 here. You push this, it's in gear. Go back here, it's in gear. So what you're going to do is be running, then all of a sudden you're going to bypass this and go right into reverse. So be careful to bring it back slow on that. And then you got your trim tabs here. You got your horn here, your wipers here. They work. Okay, say I want that stereo on, I can either hit the power button here, or I can go to on helm, AV gauges, go to media, and then hit this, and that will turn that on. And then if you want to do the volume, and you can do that in the back. Everything you do here, you can do back there, except for your Yamaha gauges. So now we got our stereo running. So I'm gonna turn this over here. Now to start, then if you want to go to, oh, here's another cool thing too. Okay, let's go to home real quick. Go to Yamaha gauges. You can get the same thing. See how big that is? Okay, now say I wanted to go single lever, of course, I can just hit this. And it'll tell you single lever. So boom. Takes off. Real nice. Nice visibility, a lot of room. This got the offset. Notice that you got your two suspension. They back up. This tilts, armrest. Glove box speakers, speakers on the side deck. Grab rails, lights work. So again, I got my power right here. See how the tacks are the same? Just running one lever. Now here's something a lot of people don't know. Okay, if I just, okay, I could hit the single lever, just bump this ahead, this button right over here, just tap down on that, and it says speed control active. So now this has got a speed control. Now watch what happens. I'm going to set up 40% or 80 gallons, 3.2 miles an hour. See how I shut the motors off? See how they're not lit up? And then they kick back on. That's like a cruise control. They keep it at that 2.7. It's going to be off at, see, 2.8, kick back in, 2.6. Then it's going to kick it off again, 2.5, 2.6, so that's like a cruise control. See, you can just keep moving this here, it says speed control. Now if you want to just do your troll mode, you just keep tapping that. See, now I can go into just my RPMs. And this goes up to about 1150. And you're doing 2.8. So let's get this down to about 650, see what happens. We're down to 1.4 miles to the gallon. We're doing about 5.5 or 5.3 is the speed. See, your controls right there tells you that. So that's kind of cool. And then if you hit the throttle, it's going to kick that out. Like we're in it right now. See how it says speed control? deactivated.
In many cases, these small owner-operators simply can't afford to replace their fleets
So
at that cost.
that's that, and then you can go home again, then you can go into your media right here and control it. You can control it up there, vessel, you can have your readings here, go home, and I'll go through this when you're down here. Fuel, gives you your fuel readings right here, your trim, gallon, your flow, use, remaining, total, and then it's latitude, longitude, GPS heading, total economy, so that's kind of cool. Then you go back here, go to Yamaha, you get that one, you go to engines, then you got your temperatures of your oil, your water, your tack. See, right there, pretty cool, and they all work. Let me see, boom, boom, yep, speed, yep, okay, voltage, then you go home here, and I already showed you the fuel. Go back here, and then to active tab, and I'll show you how to do that. That's cool. You can use that on your phone, your iPad, whatever. And if you want to add cameras, that's that one right there. And then I went and set up your charts, navigation charts. Whoops. What does it say? Okay, that was for the weather. This was set for it. So anyway, I have a track light, like a navigation going right now. Stop panning. See, if I want to stop that auto guidance, all I have to do is hit that. And then, no, I don't want to save that. I could save back and go to, I say, a triangle, a heading line, shallow water depths, speed, latitude, longitude, depth, and GPS speed. And then you can go home, you can go to fishing chart, you get your concurves there, and then you go at Fish 3DI is what you need, the G3 vision card. You get aerial photos plus your mathematics. And radar overlay, you pop that